In Microsoft Excel, scenarios are a good way to evaluate the changes of multiple inputs and see the effect on multiple outputs. So here we have a mortgage calculation. We've got our inputs that we're putting into the model, our calculations, and the results in the model outcome. But anytime you're shopping for a home, you've got a bunch of different options that you can, pursue. You can change the length of your loan, make it shorter, so you get a better interest rate. You can put more money down or less money down. You can buy a more expensive house or a cheaper house. There's a lot of different scenarios that you can look at. So let's go to the Data tab, What If Analysis. Let's open up the Scenario Manager. Now, these values for the different scenarios that we're going to look at are in the spreadsheet. We've already put those values there. Unfortunately, in the Scenario Manager, you can't link to the cell references. It's not my favorite way to input these values, but it's just what we've got to do. So the scenario name, I'm just going to call it Scenario 1. The changing cells, I'm going to select, it's the home price, the down payment, the years, and the percent. Looks good. So now what are those values going to be? So for this first scenario, I want 200,000, 20%, 30, and 6%. That looks good. So we're going to click Add. By clicking Add, I can just go right into my next scenario. Scenario 2, the same changing cells are going to work for me. I'm going to change this to 25%, 36, everything else is good. I clicked OK, so I have to click Add again. Scenario 3, I don't have to adjust the changing cells. This will be 15 years. 0575. I'm just matching the values there for scenario 3. I'm going to add scenario 4. Scenario 4 is 240,000, 20%, 30 years, 6% interest. I'm going to click Add. Scenario 5. Changing cells look good. The values are 180,000, 15.0575. Looks good. So I can close this. I can bring up my scenario manager. They're still there. They're recorded in the spreadsheet, so it doesn't matter if you close that accidentally or not. You didn't ruin anything. So I'm going to bring up the scenario manager again. Let's click Summary, and it has results cells. What if I just select all 4 of those? All 4 model outcomes. The report type will be Scenario Summary. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and it's going to run this for us. Now, there's a lot of good things about this and some things I don't really like. It just says cell B4. Well, we want to know what B4 is. So this is the home price, down payment, percent. This is loan years, and this is the loan rate. This is basically just another spreadsheet, but we should make it look good. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to go back to my mortgage options. What's in B20? Total cost of the home. Total cost of home, total interest paid. So what is 22 and 23? Sufficient for down payment. You know what? Let's copy and we'll paste. And I'm going to paste, whoops, I want to paste the values only. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's also align these to the right, just so everything. Gosh, that's a something's weird there, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. So let's see. Let's look at our different scenarios. Do we have enough money for it? Well, we've got some no's here. That basically rules out scenarios 3, 4, and 5. We don't have enough money, and so we can't buy those ones. Scenarios 1 and 2, we do have enough money, so those are options. So a good thing about using scenarios is that you can have multiple changing inputs and several results reported. You can see all those differences side by side. This is different from like a two-way data table where you have one output and only 2 changing inputs. The downside to scenarios is that you have to input all your scenarios manually. So if you had 50 different situations that you wanted to assess, you would have to manually add 50 different scenarios, type in all of those values. So scenarios are good. Just understand that there are some potential downsides to using them, but they can be very effective in the right situation.